All right, everybody. Hey, welcome back to the podcast. I'm here with the brilliant, bold, beautiful Erin Silver. So to start the episode, Erin, what's something like running, right?
Yes.
Newest thing that you've bought for running. What is it?
Well, TikTok shop.
Okay.
It's not failed me wrong. And
Ever?
well, no, never.
Okay.
I got 5 pair for $25.
All the same color?
No, different colors.
Okay.
But it's perfect.
What was the reason that you bought them? Like, what was about it? Was it like the shape, the color?
It was
the fabric?
11 p.m. and I was doom scrolling in bed.
And they got you.
Yes, they did. They get me every time. I bought 2 supplements that way and 5 pair of running shorts.
The same night?
No, not the same night.
Okay, I was going to say
crazy.
that's what were the supplements? I'm just curious.
One is gray matter. Have you heard of this?
No.
You'll hear about it now.
This podcast is not sponsored by Gray Matter.
Yes, but it's like feeding your brain all of these like really great nutrients.
So good.
Yep. And then another one
How long ago did you start taking that?
Well, I haven't.
I can tell.
I just got it. Yes.
I'm just kidding.
I just got it. And then I am approaching my 40s and I started taking magnesium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game changer.
Okay. When are you taking it?
At night.
Yes.
2 of them. Magnesium.
The glycinate or whatever?
Yeah. Glycinate. Yeah. I know.
Like, okay. Were you a melatonin person ever?
When I need to go to sleep.
Yeah. Like in the feeling that you had, like I get none of that with magnesium.
No.
I literally travel with it.
Yep.
It's Yep. That's the hack, y'all.
I know. It is the hack. I know.
Are you doing creatine yet?
No, I'm not doing creatine. I'm a data person, you know, and I've got my watch that tracks my sleep.
Yep.
And when I started taking magnesium, my watch told me I was getting more restful and like recovering. So
it literally I feel like I'm like sleeping like maybe that I would have like back in like my 20s before life, like the entrepreneurial life got stressful.
Yes.
Okay. So mine, I'm just recently running again and the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080s with the inserts. So like my feet are pronated.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So the inserts are saving me. So if you're new to running and getting into it, like don't just use the insoles that are in the shoes. Get actual inserts.
Okay.
I am 40. So yeah.
Well, I did just buy a new pair of shoes, but it was literally a quick ChatGPT search that just was best running shoes for plantar fasciitis.
Man, all y'all in the South have this. I think you guys need to check your water or something.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay, so we're at ABS. I have you for a quick minute. We're going through for the second round of scale. So 2 years ago, we went through the first round. This round, shout out to Tony, is much more beautiful, eloquent, right? And it's being more made over to software. All that to be said, though, Erin, going through it this time, what were things? Because you're very sharp, like you're very numerically gifted. And you're also, I think, a great leader with an understanding how to take whatever you're seeing numerically and get the team to understand, like, what's the narrative, right? So going through scale this time, what did you find?
Okay. I have a multifaceted answer to this because I think when I went through scale the first time, I was not ready for what scale was. Like there were certain pieces that I took from it. But I think whenever it kind of confirmed what I was currently doing.
Yeah.
But I think that I told somebody this the other day, but I think that now I'm ready to just totally step into that ownership role and like not think like a stylist and think like an owner. So I just felt different, like me personally, just showing up differently.
Yeah.
And I just learned, that in itself, learning that about myself, but then also just learning about my business. Like I thought I was kind of had my P's and Q's, but then once I went through, specifically I went through and we outlined the OpEx.
Yep.
That tab or that part in the process.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy cow, like we will never hit our goals because everything was perfectly laid out with our operating expense. So I guess you have that part on there where it's like your target and I was under and I'm like, well, no wonder we've been scraping
Yeah.
by,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's not why I opened a business. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it was so interesting because looking at, so like that operational need, there's a number of levers that impact that. Mm-hmm. But what I think it also had shown was like, there were some like really, really trending services that weren't at the number.
And that's been fascinating too, because I've gotten to educate our team on that. And I feel like immediately I've gotten buy-in on like a 25% increase on that particular service.
Yeah.
And that part is data driven. It is backed by the cost to do the service.
Yep.
I mean, we had a stylist that was like, hey, can you make sure that we're accounting for gloves and, the glaze, the single process? And I was like, we've already done it through scale, you know? And that was not, the kind of, it wasn't initially what we were doing. So it's been eye-opening. It's taught me a lot more about our business from the financial side. It's you trade being really good at your craft to be really just crappy at business, you know, and that part is really hard and humbling to be in.
Yeah.
Especially when, I obviously, like, I've known you for a while, but even when we did it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
It just I was like, who is this guy? He's so nice, But now seeing through it and just knowing your heart and like how you guys really want to make Salon grow simple and all of that with the mission of refine, I think it's just I hear it differently. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, that's the part of it, I think, that was really beautiful from my experience was like when you went through it this time, how the speed that you were able to go through it because you understood everything. So, that was one of the parts for me was like, is a person, the first time through it's, 4 to 6 month process. On the second time through though, we're meeting, but you're able to move so much faster because you understand all of the variables and all the levers.
Right.
There's a number of like features that we've added to it, but they all, I think, tie into like, as long as you like understand the principles of it, you were able to move so quick. Like I thought one of the things that you did, Erin, and for the salon owners and lead team and artists listening to this, the way that you brought buy-in, I really liked it because you were educating them while getting buy-in. So like, talk to me about that. What was your experience there?
So, I mean, anytime you have a larger staff, if I were just to bring you in for a scale launch and dump this on them, I'm like, that's never going to work. And so kind of it's like kind of like two-sided.
Yep.
I drop it to them individually in PDMs and not only am I trying to get their buy-in, but I'm also kind of like, as I explain it, I'm making sure that I understand and I know what it is true and what is not true and how to explain it, because I know that if I can explain it to our staff and get their buy-in, then we're going to be able to roll it out really. Does that make sense? It's like I'm kind of practicing.
It's such your style. I mean, in the time that I've known you, I've been thankful to be a part of a number of y'all's like larger meetings where you're rolling things out. And the one of many things I think that you do really, really brilliantly is I think when you go into those areas, like you're both informing, but you're doing it with someone that has like high equity and high buy-in and high merit, right? Like they understand what you're saying and you're basically just practicing, right? Hey, does this land? Like, how did it roll off the tongue? Was there a word that I said that I might go back when I'm, to the whole group? I might not say that.
Yes.
So practicing.
And I told them that. Especially with our leadership team, I'm like, hey, I'm going to explain this how I'd explain this to anybody else on our team. I know you understand kind of the backside of it. You trust me and you'll, like some of our team, they laugh. They're like, if you told me to jump off a bridge, I'd be like, let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not that they're yes people, but they understand that like the background is happening and the back end stuff is really, running well. But they'll give me good feedback throughout that. And if it doesn't land well, I'm saying it in front of one person and not 25.
Exactly.
So, but I'm really excited. We're launching in May, which I don't know. Did I just timestamp this? Probably.
No, that's our favorite thing to do. Yep. That's my favorite thing to do.
Yes, but we're excited and we have you coming in to do a skill workshop. Our team is super excited. Gareth told me, and I think I've shared this with you, but the out-of-towner voice is the expert voice. So we're here for it. So
I think, when looking at it, the amount of growth that y'all have had, I'm going to have another one of your young team that is just crushing it on the podcast later today. And the part of it that I'm so excited for, Erin, is looking at these young humans coming into the industry and the growth that they're having. She had a conversation with me last night about buying a house. Like, she's in her early 20s.
She's 20.
20. Perfect. Good Lord.
20. 20.
And, so like, I want to acknowledge, the work that you're doing as an Enneagram 1. I've watched you continually refine and work on your process in what you're doing and how you're growing people into it. And the wild thing is too, Erin, like, she was before the Artist Academy even.
Yes.
Right?
No,
so like,
she was.
imagine these next gen.
It is. That's something I feel like, and this is something that what we said earlier is like, you trade something you're good at to be, really bad at something. And my ritual in the morning is like just listening and learning and growing about leadership and all of that. And it's crazy how that just leaks into the Ruthies. And like, even when you said that and you said fast track, it's not just Ruthie.
Yeah.
It's the Alondras. Yep. It's Natalie, who's done hair for years, and she's making more money than she's ever made in her entire career. And she's done hair for 20 years,
That's
maybe
fantastic.
Even longer. So, I mean, even just thinking about like Natalie, her story is she was originally from New Jersey, moved to California, started over in Greenville. And she's doing just as much, if not more, in the same time, and it's such a crazy thing to see. And I think what I would like to think is that, I don't know, as you learn more in leadership, you learn to quit like micromanaging. And
my gosh, let it go.
And you just let it go. And it's wild how much that frees other people to just grow and flourish and all of that. And I mean, the Ruthies, the Natalies, the Alondras, like the people that have been doing hair for a long time and the people who are brand new. I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
I think it's also, as you spoke to like some of those people, the people that your brand is attracting that have tenure that are moving to your area, I think is really magical. So if you were to give like the number one thing on why you like what you're doing, to be able to do that, like for them to find you, what are you doing there?
I think that Evan and I have focused on growing our leadership, which has allowed others to do what they do best. Like, I mean, truly, I think about, like, I used to be doing social media. Why am I doing that?
Yeah.
And we handed that off to a company, and actually we have somebody that's about to take it on as a team. But I just think that because we just grew our leadership, it allowed us to understand how we were just so close-handed on things. And it was just, I don't know, suffocating people and their talent that they're just way better at. And so it's been really cool to see that. I'm like, you think naturally you don't let go and nobody was going to step up, but people just magically do.
Well, and I think, one thing I also, I've really noticed in like the last year, you personally, from a content creation and a sharing standpoint, you're sharing a lot more. My story is like vulnerability within like your leadership growth. And and I think it's such an interesting thing and smart thing that you're doing, because like how many of your team follow you, right?
Yeah.
So when you're showing what you're doing in the morning, you literally are like sometimes the first checkpoint, right? Of their day. Yeah. And you're priming them in that way. And it's also though like, oh, like, yes, Erin is doing an Erin thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And just thinking of like the osmosis of that, like, oh, that's what matters here.
Well, what we hope is that they see like Evan and I doing more or growing or whatever. And then what I hope is that inspires or frees them up, gives them the freedom to do that also.
Yeah.
And I think it does. I think.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, I feel fulfilled, which I bring that into work.
Yeah.
And anytime, you do that, everybody else feels a little bit lighter, I mean, there's nothing like energy being sucked out of a room, but we all do it. We have, whatever.
We're a lot like we do have off days, but I do think that like that little bit of like, I just don't think that a person really understands how much impact they can have by sharing something that's positive.
Yes.
And then it gives a connecting point. Like, hey, I saw what you shared this morning. gosh, that really, really had an impact on me. So I think for like, the salon owners that are, maybe in a space of like wanting to establish like their leadership voice, like, literally like right now, Evan is having a conversation with someone that like she has spent probably 5 times from what I've just heard, the amount of money that we have in our rig, but is stuck, can't get into it. And I think like that thing that gets you forward is just like sharing it. Like it might not be your authentic voice and your authentic quote, but you can believe in it and share that. And the amount of impact that I think you can have is massive.
I was reading a book yesterday, The Heart of Leadership. I don't know who it's by, but there's this thing in psychology when you believe you have an effect on the outcome. Versus you don't believe you have an effect on the outcome, and one gets you stuck. And then one gives you ownership.
It's so interesting because like belief in the outcome, this is getting deep, but I love that. Belief in the outcome is actually that you're going out to the future feeling state and you're understanding that it could be real. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So automatically, like your energy going towards that is going to draw that to you. There's no, self-doubt issues, second guessing issues. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. None of those limiting beliefs, you get them out of the way because you go to the feeling state of it accomplished.
Well, and you believe that your actions actually affect the outcome.
Like your actions can create that.
Yes. I know. That got really deep really quick.
Well, I'm good with that, and I love that. Okay, so last question. If you were right now, like just dropped into your position as a salon owner, Silver Salon is at the level that it is right now, what would be the most important thing that you would tell you? The business is there, but you didn't build it, but you're being dropped into your role.
I think the first thing that I would do is I wouldn't change anything. And I would just serve the team and observe. You know what I mean? Just
so smart.
Serve and observe. I feel like Evan did a great job of that whenever he dropped into our salon. And that's what really I think of. But he just served the team and he just learned and observed. He knew nothing about the front desk. And like 2 weeks after he came on board, he was at the front desk.
Booking appointments.
Yes.
Having the conversations.
Yes. I'll never forget the time that he had his first hairstylist lunch where he was eating his lunch over the sink in about 2 minutes. And I was like,
I love this.
That's it.
I love this.
Yeah, he used to tell me I had control over my schedule and that I should just schedule my lunch break in.
You're like, come on in.
I know.
Come in these waters and swim.
Yes. So we were enjoying that the first couple of weeks that he was on board with us.
And what an interesting thing. Again, the reason I asked the question is like, if you've gotten to a place in your business where you maybe feel like, do I run this? Is this mine? Maybe there's this like alienation feeling, imposter syndrome feeling, like just go in and serve. Go in and serve. I think the things that you'll see from that lens, and I think also just the impact of like showing to the team like what you're able to do. Like, I think that's massive. So if you find yourself in that situation, that's why I want to ask the question, because I don't think a lot of people like I'd go in and do this and change this and like, no, like seek for understanding. Then if to be understood if you need to. Awesome. Well, hey, we are hitting right at time. I know that you have a class. First out, just want to say thank you for jumping on. Secondly, truly, scale and going through this on the second process, like Tony and I, after every single call, we literally sit there and we're like, if this is 10% of what the software feels like, because your file, because of the level of understanding that you have, your file is one of the most optimized that we've created. And I just genuinely want to say thank you. It's served people. When we did this 2 years ago in your company, it was like, oh, it works elsewhere. And now walking through it, even at your level of it, it'll continue to serve. So I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you.
You've made it stronger and better.
Well, I definitely feel very spoiled that I get calls with Tony, with you, Ryan. I'm so excited to see how that all transpires. And I'm super proud of you guys. Like, really, truly.
It's going to change some people's lives.
I know. I was just telling somebody the other day, I was like, I'm just proud of them. They're about to like convert this into software. Like, that's legit.
Yeah, it is. And it is strong. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
And it is no spreadsheets.
No.
Yeah. We might need to do something custom for some people. So like if we have to, like you may end up in that space, but like the software will carry 99% of the workload.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, again, thank you so much. We're at ABS. So Erin's going to jump off to a class. What are you going to next?
MChin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Hey, if we said anything in this episode, if you're curious about it, DM us. We're real humans. We do use technology as much as what we absolutely can. Evan and I are very, very committed, though, of keeping it a human experience and really being what we're about, which is salon support made simple. Erin Silver, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to get to spend time with you, Erin. Thank you.
Thank you.